Yo, what is going on guys? This is Swerve and welcome back to another Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous trailer breakdown. Yes, I may have missed yesterday's upload to actually release this trailer breakdown, but I decided to, watch it a few amount of times and get a better understanding of where this series could be going with what is given in this trailer. Not only that, but we also had some Jurassic World Evolution news yesterday, so I thought post 2 videos today and I don't want to fill your sub boxes with 3 of my content in one day, if that makes sense, so I thought to spread it out. Nonetheless, let's get straight into the trailer breakdown. So yesterday we got released the first season 1 trailer breakdown, or trailer shall I say, for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. It starts off with an eerie look at Isla Nublar, which I personally think looks really cool. Then we have Darius talking about what could have happened on the island, and it's like a scary theme with ripples on the water, and we have like a Jurassic Park feel. And then it jump cuts to a funny scene where it's actually him telling a story, well, a scary story to say the least. But this is our first look at how the animations of the characters are going to actually interact with each other, and I personally think it's really cool. It's got a lot of like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse kind of feels when Darius flops onto the table, it feels very much like that. In the next scene we get our first look at the Jurassic World boat that we saw in the first movie actually. However, it doesn't really have anybody on it besides these teens that have just stepped on it by the looks of it, which are going to be taking part in Camp Cretaceous. Then we see a few more scenes that we've already seen before, but my favourite scene to see here is the look of the Pteranodons, Sinoceratops, Stegosaurus and Brachiosaurus all in one scene. Now this really does look awesome. Not only that, but in one point you can actually see a distinctive difference of skin patterns on 2 stegosaurs that are standing in front of the brachiosaurs. Now I don't know if this is going to be a little tease towards male and female diversity, but they do look quite different. Not only that, actually, I did notice that in the background behind the brachiosaurus now is that they all pretty much have different skin patterns. I never knew this at all. Like, I thought every single dinosaur had the same skin pattern in Jurassic World, but it does seem like we have different colorizations for the Sinoceratops, as one of them has like a coastal feel, the other one has more of an alpine feel, and the other one's more like a forest dense type of green feel that we were used to seeing. And then we move on to Stegosaurs, where it has like a blue stripe, a Tager pattern, and then you also have like the Jurassic World example of Stegosaurus, and we have like a similar colorization of that one as well in the background, but with like dotted teal spots. But that's our first look of the dinosaurs. Then we move on to a few more scenes that really don't give up too much. We just see the characters vomiting and everything like that, so not really ideal to look at, but we get told that these are our first campers of the island as well. Next up, we see the best scene without a doubt. Do not come at me. This is a gorgeous scene of Bumpy, the little ankylosaur. It is so adorable. I think this is the new Baby Yoda in my opinion. But interesting thing to note is look how small Bumpy really is. 2 hands, but you could probably even hold him in 1 hand, to be honest. So how does he get that big real quick? Could this be, I don't know, season 1 doesn't really show off too much, and then throughout the season, it's like time after time, and actually we see Bumpy grow. Are these campers on the island before Jurassic World takes place? That's the question. I think they probably are before Zack and Gray arrive at Jurassic World. They're probably on the island beforehand, and then it sort of grows into the events of Jurassic World eventually. Because a baby ankylosaur to grow that quick it's a bit weird in my opinion. I don't think I'd ever see an ankylosaurus to grow that quick. Nonetheless, I'm just excited for bloody Bumpy. Look at him, he's adorable. I cannot wait to see what Bumpy does. But yeah, anyways, moving on to the next scene, we have the gyrosphere scene with Darius and Brooklyn in there filming a Sinoceratops. Not much to see there. Then we see the Cretaceous cruise where they actually go into a tunnel looking thing down the rapids. That's going to be exciting to see what they're running from at all. But after that, we actually see the Parasaurolophus. We have yet to see the Parasaurolophus in a movie theatrical kind of way in this in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. So that's the exciting part of things. As you can see, you have the bioluminescent glow on its crest. So I don't know if they're inside, and I said about this in my previous one. I don't know if they're actually inside, and the reflection on the background is actually actually causing a sort of glow on their horns. I think that's quite cool, to be honest. If you ask me, they do that for the birds of puffins. You know, in some zoos, when puffins are going to sleep, you can actually see their beak under a luminescent glow in their box that they sleep in, and then you can see their beak glow up exactly how this Parasaurolophus's crest is doing. So I think that's probably a little tease there. Then we see one of the campers actually climbing in the raptor pen. Now I don't quite know why that's happened, but we do know that later Darius does fall into the raptor pen, but we get our first gorgeous look at Blue. And may I just say, she does look amazing in this trailer right here. You know, Blue does look like Blue that we all know and love. Maybe a little bit too blue from under the jaw, but nonetheless, I still love the look of it. Following on, we get to see another gorgeous shot of the Brachiosaurus, which I think is absolutely amazing if you ask me. You know, it's a nice actually attraction to see the guys and girls go straight down the zip line and they can see up close with a Brachiosaurus. That's a really good attraction idea in my opinion. But this is where the trailer starts to turn for the worse. You know, we start to see different things and what exactly is going to happen. For some reason, Brooklyn and the other, I forgot what her name is, look very angry at Darius for some reason, and I'm not sure why. He's talking about dinosaurs, how much he loves dinosaurs, kind of thing. And then we have the Indominus Rex stamp its foot, and Brooklyn asks, "What was that?" Things take a turn after she says that, with the Indominus Rex roaring, and then chaos unleashes. The Indominus Rex breaks through the fence, and we see another ATV scene where we can see Parasaurolophus, Sinoceratops, and Stegosaurus all running away in a herd, and then it cuts to the Indominus Rex doing something that is absolutely awesome. You see the Indominus Rex absolutely headbutt the truck that the children are actually in. The other character is left behind, which is very interesting to see how this is going to take place. How does she escape the Indominus Rex? Does the Indominus Rex see her at all? How do the kids in the van survive this? How do they not get attacked by the Indominus Rex? Because we know how persistent the Indominus Rex is. So that's the interesting question in my opinion. But then we get to see a scene that kind of sets where it all takes place. We can clearly see the smoke coming out of the aviary and the crash site of the aviary, with the pteranodons and probably dimorphodons flying out at the same time. Now we all know what scene this actually takes after. This is from Simon Masrani's death scene in Jurassic World, where he gets attacked by a group of pteranodons and then crashes into the top of the aviary, allowing the majority of the pteranodons and dimorphodons to fly outwards into the park and cause havoc. So this kind of sets the scene of where exactly it's taking place and what time frame it's taking place. That's why I think maybe it takes place just before and then it takes place after as well. After that, we see a few scenes that we've already seen before, then we see our group running through the forest, seeing their camp is absolutely destroyed, and Darius steps into the footprint of the Indominus Rex. We also see our campers that are quite muddy at this point in time, so something must have happened, but they realise they are on their own to try and survive. Loads of people thought this was Claire Dearin's voice, but actually it turns out to be this character's voice. And then later we do see the monorail scene with the pteranodons attacking them really fast and very vigorously. Now we know that Jurassic World does take place during 2 days span, I believe, and the pteranodons break out during daytime. As you guys can notice, this is nighttime, and I believe this is when the boats have already been sent off and maybe the Mosasaurus has already killed the Indominus Rex. But it's weird to see that the campers are still somehow on a working monorail train with pteranodons flying after them after they've just attacked the whole park. So this kind of shows that maybe it does take place just before the events of Jurassic World, and then during the events, and then a little bit after the events of Jurassic World as well. And I can't wait to see how Season 2, if there is one, is going to take place and how they move into it. Could it be a Season 2 where it takes place during Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom? Now that's the big question in my opinion. After that we have some awesome scenes where the players are actually going into the van and gyrosphere and zipline chaotic stuff, and you know, loads of things are happening, and we get to see our first look at the Carnotaurus. I don't know what it's doing, but it seems like they have pushed a box into the Carnotaurus's head, where the Carnotaurus, being the bull dinosaur, the bull-horned lizard, actually headbutts this box and breaks it like nothing ever happened. Now the next important scene here is this scene about the Mosasaur. I said previously I don't know how she is going to survive this, and even still after looking at where the Mosasaur is, I still don't know how she's going to survive this. Where this ends looks like she is pretty much in the bottom jaw of this mosasaur. The only thing that's kind of throwing me off, suspecting that maybe she isn't dead, is the fact that the tip of the bottom jaw of the mosasaur is actually past the rope, so maybe the mosasaur jumps out and mistimes its jump and is a little bit to the left, and somehow that's how she survives because the mosasaur mistimed his jump. So that would be quite interesting, but to be honest, if she does go into the mouth, I don't know how she's going to survive this. Maybe we have a Jurassic World type of Pinocchio story happening. But the only thing that kind of gives it away for me is the pure fact that maybe the mosasaur actually mistimed his jump, and that's how she survives. Now, a really cool scene that's very quick, may I just add, is actually Darius and this other guy just about avoiding the Carnotaurus Toro from attacking them, which is a really cool scene because we actually see the sheer pace and size of the Carnotaurus versus these kids, and then straight after we see that Toro is still a main antagonist that wants to attack them, as we see Darius gets caught in this kind of cage looking thing and can't get out. Then after we see Toro the Carnotaurus chasing down Darius, we all know what's pretty much going to happen, spoiler alert for the next 5 seconds, but pretty much he will survive this. He'll get out some way, and Carnotaurus will probably get his head stuck in the cage somehow. You know, we know that Darius isn't going to die, so it's a little bit of suspense, but we kind of know that no one's going to die in a cartoon show. But yeah, so somehow he must have got out of this, especially with how close the Carnotaurus was. But then it cuts to black, and then we have the end of the trailer. Now, this trailer does look really cool. It gives off a bigger vibe, and actually, I'm very excited for Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous. I know loads of you guys aren't really going to be as, into it as much as I am. I understand that loads of people who watch my videos are actually between the ages of 21 and 55. So I know loads of you guys aren't really going to see that this is aimed for you. Probably some of you are going to watch it. This is probably aimed for people in their early teens and kids. But personally, I do love the look of it. It has a lot of Spider-Man and Spider-Verse feels about it. So because of that, I'm probably going to watch this a lot longer, a lot more. And obviously, I'll give some reviews on each episode and what I think of it. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you think I've missed anything in this trailer, do comment the time frame down below and let me know what I may or may not have missed and your theories as to what is going to happen in Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous Trailer 1 Season 1. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Obviously, like, comment and subscribe, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. It's been Swerve, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.